What's up, YouTube? This is my Yamaha 2009 FZ6. Got a little fan right there to protect coolant, tank, all at the radiator. It came like this. I didn't do anything really to it. I'm gonna change the grips though in the handle. I'm gonna change this out. I got something coming in. I'm waiting on that to come in. And that's pretty much all I'm gonna probably do to it. There ain't really nothing else. Well, change the chains and sprockets out later. Right now it's okay, but that's about the only thing I have to really just do to it now. Put some tank protectors on here. This video is about why I started on the 600. I took the MSF course in May. I had got my motorcycle license and everything in May. I took the MSF course, which that helps you with your insurance and makes it cheaper. Most people that come out of class, a beginner, a lot of people would say get a 300C, a 250, start out on something small. But that's really to each his own. I mean, if you're responsible, you can start out anything. That's what my instructor told me. My instructor told me you can start out on anything. It's all about this right here. Can you control this throttle? That's what it's all about. If you can control the throttle, you can start out on anything. Don't be sitting up there doing this, just grabbing a whole bunch of throttle, just twisting it like that. Then yeah, because this right here is what can kill you. A lot of people say the clutch is the most important thing, which I say that it's second to compared to this. You have to be able to control this. Clutch, you learn that easy. That's not really hard, especially if you've driven a manual before. Like, I'm a truck driver, so it wasn't hard for me to get the clutch down because I'm a truck driver, so I'm used to driving a manual. But this throttle, gas being at your hand is something you have to learn. This is something that you have to get down, because this can kill you. So, but I started out on a 600 because something like when you're going on the interstate and say you get into a situation, you won't be able to get yourself out of certain situation if your bike is not fast enough. So you have to be able to get yourself out of situations. And this is why I chose the 600, because it's powerful enough, it's fast enough to get out of situations. And then when you passing by an 18-wheeler, that's another situation. An 18-wheeler can blow you over basically if you're on a small bike. Because if you got a bike that weighs like 300 and something pounds and you passing up on the side of an 18-wheeler or it's passing you, you're gonna feel a lot of wind coming from that 18-wheeler. So it's best to, even with me being on this 600, I felt some wind from the truck, but it wasn't strong enough to blow me over because my bike is 440 pounds weight. This bike is heavy. So you want something that's stable, something that's stuck to the ground. You don't want nothing that's too light. And you also want something that's faster, which this is. So, but that's all I had to say was why I started on a 600, because 300 too, I could have started out on 500, because initially I was thinking about a 500 cc the Honda CBR, but I'm not finna pay almost 10 grand for a 500 cc. I'm sorry. And when I can get something like a 600 for cheaper than that. So no, I couldn't do. That's another thing. I wouldn't recommend anybody buying something brand new, they first bike, because those bikes that's 300 cc, man, after MSP and all that, like taxes and title, man, them things are almost $8,000, and that's a lot of money for a low cc bike to me. When you can get something like this, I went on Facebook Marketplace and I got this bike for $4 grand. $4 grand with only 18,000 miles on it. So I wouldn't go and spend a lot of money on your first bike, especially on a low cc bike. And those bikes costing almost 8,000, brand new. And you're gonna grow out of that fast. So you're gonna want more power. So, but that's all I have for y'all. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.